How are prediction markets registered with the CFTC allowed to do sports betting in all 50 states when companies like FanDuel or DraftKings that are registered at the state level are only allowed to do it in 40 states? This is a question I've been asked a lot in my consulting practice, and I'll go over it. So, entities registered with the CFTC as designated contract markets traditionally traded in futures and options on commodities. And recently, the CFTC drafted rules to allow them to trade in predictive markets, whether an outcome happens or not. And one of the entities that registered to do that is Kalshi. And when a traditional designated contract market like the CME offers a new contract, there's two ways they can do it. They can ask for permission or ask for forgiveness. So if it's a novel product, a new product, normally what they would do is send it in the traditional way where you ask for permission. You provide them with a bunch of information about the contract, how it trades, the price, how it clears, how you're going to monitor to prevent manipulation, etc. And then once you submit that, it will be examined by CFTC staff, and then they will make a decision in 45 days, or they can extend it an additional 45 days, and it will be approved as long as it's not inconsistent with the Commodity Exchange Act. And that's usually used, as I said, for novel products or new products that you're trading so that you get the commission's blessing and then you don't run into a problem down the road. So if I have a DCM that traditionally trades financial instruments like foreign currency and interest rate options, and I would like to do crypto, I might submit that to them so that they can bless it, and I know I won't have a problem later. The second way is to self-certify. So if I have a DCM that traditionally trades West Texas Intermediate oil contracts and I want to trade light sweet crude or some other variation of that, they're pretty similar, so I'll just self-certify that I think everything is fine with this, and I'll send it to the CFTC, and it will be effective 10 days after I send it, unless the CFTC actively does something to stop it. So what does that have to do with Kalshi? Well, in 2023, Kalshi had tried to submit something called a congressional control contract, where people would make these wagers based on which side they thought would be in control of Congress. And there are certain things under 40.11, which governs these predictive markets, that are forbidden, like bets on assassinations and war and gaming. But a political outcome like this wasn't prohibited, so they submitted this because it was a novel contract. The CFTC looked at it and they issued a denial on this in 2023. And Kalshi wasn't happy about that. And in 2024, we had an election, and in 2024, we had an election, and the White House and both houses of Congress appeared to be in hands that were more hands-off than the prior administration. And so in January, with the changing of the guard, rather than seeking approval, they just submitted something under self-certification, and unless the CFTC did something within 10 days, it would be approved, which is what happened. And that's how they began trading sports contracts. And that's also why they were targeted by the states and were sued. And it's the subject of the current litigation. But that's how we got there. And I'll do a couple of more videos on different aspects of this. So like and subscribe so you'll see future videos like this. And if you'd like to work with me either as a consultant or a lawyer, you can use the contact information in my bio to get in touch with me. And because I'm a lawyer, I'll give you the legal disclaimer. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. This website is for educational and informational purposes only. It doesn't create an attorney-client relationship between you and I. I don't have a duty to update the information posted here. And if you have any specific questions about your own legal circumstances or financial circumstances, you should discuss them with your own lawyer or financial advisor, which is not me. So once again, I'm a lawyer. I'm not your lawyer.